The Catherine Robertson Award, established in memory of Catherine Katie Robertson, who was the English department chair from 1948 to 1963, is one of the highest academic honors a writer can achieve at the Woodstock Academy. The 2024 Robertson Essay challenged writers to explore the ways they find, claim, and actively use their own voices to shape the future with intent and purpose, or to write an essay of their own design that offers insight and wisdom gained through personal experiences and learning about the experiences of others. I now invite Clair Beck to the stage to present her essay, Our Tapestries.
Good morning. Parents, faculty, staff, board of trustees, and fellow students. It is not every day that your dad comes home with a chicken in the sidecar of his Ural tourist motorcycle. When my father had left that summer morning to go riding and hiking in the Yale forest, I told him, as I always did, that if he ever saw Bigfoot on one of his forest frolics, to befriend him. My 8-year-old self was disappointed that, instead of Bigfoot, he discovered a lost chicken and had to chase it around for a while in order to rescue it and give it a ride home to safety. Personally, I believe Bigfoot would have thoroughly enjoyed the trip and might have even helped to save the chicken. This kind of goofiness was commonplace in our household, which made my father's sudden passing just before my freshman year in high school that much more difficult. My father also had a serious academic side, and I distinctly remember during a family trip him explaining the Epicurean philosophy of the Roman poet Lucretius, because that's an appropriate car conversation for a 10-year-old. Lucretius, he explained, describes a man on a shore watching a ship sink out at sea, and he thinks to himself, I'm glad I'm not on that ship. Yes, a callous thought to have while watching a shipwreck, but he pointed out our own mortality and how it makes one think, what if I were on that ship? What if that happened to me? How would I handle that situation? Little did I know that for me, that hardship, that shipwreck, would be losing my father suddenly. We rarely entertain the possibility of being on that sinking ship because it is too upsetting, and many simply think, that could never happen to me. My great loss shifted my entire perspective and worldview, and my father's strange car conversations would be soothing to me when I dealt with his own death. I understand now that grief, although an inherently negative and sorrowful experience, should not be seen as completely terrible and sad because it is in fact the purest form of love. It is a blend of our most powerful feelings in a roiling cauldron. I also realize now that in my attempt to heal, I had embraced Lucretius' philosophy by focusing on things that were soothing, that gave me pleasure, such as mastering Careless Whisper on the saxophone and proving the undeniable existence of Bigfoot by looking for footprints in my backyard. With time, I came to realize that I grieve my father's loss because I love him. And I am lucky because I never wavered in showing him love. I'm left with no regrets, just fond memories and an absurd volume of random facts about ancient Roman philosophers, which are really helpful in getting any party started, by the way. We should all leave high school with no regrets, just fond memories and a greater knowledge of the world. My dad had a treasure trove of notebooks filled with quotes, observations, and teaching notes. And within one of these notebooks, I found the notes for a lesson for his first-year Latin students. He writes, "The Greeks and Romans thought of the universe by picturing it as a tapestry, one that was constantly being woven but never to be completed. 3 divine weavers called the Fates created the tapestry of the universe. They spun the wool, measured the thread, and cut it. Each thread is a human life, and all of these threads interconnect, and you cannot tamper with one without unraveling others. Although individual life threads come to an end, they still have their place and interact with others. All of our threads are interconnected through the Woodstock Academy, and even though we are going off on our own journeys, we will always be connected by the tapestry we have woven here together. We have many experiences that connect our threads, such as starting our freshman year online during a pandemic, seeing the Academy building refurbished, and of course, navigating the new challenges of securely passes, everyone's favorite. We have all learned and grown immensely since the first time we logged onto Teams and were filled with utter dread when our teacher said, "Okay, I'm gonna put you all in breakout rooms to work together." We have triumphed over these various trials and tribulations, and more serious ones too, and will continue to do so wherever our paths take us in life. Winston Churchill once said, "Success is not final, failure is not fatal, it is the courage to continue that counts." I have learned from my own personal setbacks that you have to move forward, but you do not have to do so alone. Through moving forward, you become closer to those around you that have helped you, such as teachers, friends, and family. We conquer these setbacks in life, and it makes us look back on how we have lived with pride and gratitude for what we have learned. Epicureans, my father also pointed out, much to my mother's horror, don't believe in an afterlife. We are given one chance at life, and that's it. Sure, living forever and an eternal life in this one or the next is an attractive idea, but the way I look at it is this. It is the knowledge that I'm going to die that creates the focus that I bring to being alive. The urgency for accomplishment, the need to express love now, not later. If we were to live forever, then why even get out of bed in the morning? There would be an eternity of tomorrows which would create an incredibly meaningless existence. One of the many factors that makes us human is the knowledge that we are going to die, but that knowledge should fuel our advancements, our discoveries, and it should strengthen our connections with one another. Life's meaning is gained through its inevitable end, and that makes my search for Bigfoot much more poignant. May you all find your Bigfoot too, whatever that may be. Thank you.